eat, it sounds like you want to eat. But we write it ID. I and the eat. It means hand. Yeah. So zamit means somebody held a hand. You know, so
Hold hands or hold my hand.
Hold hands.
Hold my hand.
Yeah. So the stuff you see in here, there's a couple of exhibitions. At the moment we are changing into this artist, a gozo artist, who had to bring some more.
Okay.
Very well known in gozo, this guy. And we had the exhibition of this lady for finishing today. So what you see here belongs there. This is the history of gozo from the beginning, goes up to 3 floors.
Okay.
And the times and everything. What's happening, there's the elevator or the steps. If you want to go up, there's a room there, 3 floors, one there and here.
Okay.
You can take photos, but no flash, and if you need to ask any questions.
What's the oldest floor? Does it go in time?
I think, yeah,
Yeah,
it was in time, but there's one problem. When they made it, somebody made a mistake and made the tile that was supposed to go next underneath the other one.
Okay.
People sometimes they see it, but we know about it, so we can do nothing.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what 3 floors keeps on going up to the next one.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
It's all to celebrate. The symbols all used were all to celebrate fertility, they said, which was unusual at that period of time.
Oh, this is the only sweet I haven't tried yet.
Which one do you like? Amarena or strawberry?
That one.
Cherry, Amarena that one.
And a Cazzoli.
One come. Come. One Amarena.
And we're getting one of those too.
And one coconut.
Our cannoli.
Oh, sweaters.
So good.
They're handmade, the sweater.
Yeah?
Yeah, handmade sweater.
Wow.
How old is the child?
3.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have any made out of wool?
Yeah, that's good. I'll show you. Yeah, let's see.
So this is the ancient town of Gozo
Victoria.
in Victoria, named Victoria. And I've met 2 Zamits today.
Can't throw a rock without hitting a zamit.
Zamit. And I found out I'm saying it wrong. Zamit. This place got sacked by the Turks,
The Ottomans.
the Ottoman, in 1551. And they took 6,000 young people and out of here as slaves and took them back to the Ottoman Empire.
The old people.
And the rumor is they did it because the Knights of Malta were ambushing ships that went through the Mediterranean. And the story is that they ambushed a ship with one of the Ottoman's wives and children. And so they felt like they had no choice but to put together like 50,000 men or something. And they repelled them off the walls of the citadel for days and days and days, but eventually they fell. And there was only 300 elderly people left on the island, and families were encouraged to repopulate as quickly as possible.
And we come over here. In oh yeah, everybody draws that.
Many questions remain unanswered. How did these people live these blocks in place? How did these buildings survive for 5,000 years? Over the years, the templates have changed. The collapse of the facade, the deterioration of the stone.
So it's saying they could have rolled the things on these rocks.
The way we look at
Very cyclic.
The models wearing all of the antiquities that were found in this Neolithic site. The official hairstyles and the jewels. Pretty cool.
Here is the seated women with the skirts. This is the original. How fun is that? Here's all the figurines. These are
Cow bones, carved cow bones.
cow toe bones.
Toes.
The jewelry. These humans must be adorned. So this has an apogee too.
the Shara Circle is an underground cemetery located on the southern tip of the Shara Plateau. It lies between two other prehistoric sites, Gigantea temples to the east and the megalithic remains of Santa Verna, some half a kilometre to the west. Being on one of the highest points on this plateau, it had a clear view of the surrounding area. The choice of a prominent location for an underground cemetery is also noticeable in other prehistoric sites, such as the Hal Saflini Hypogeum or the tombs in Shemshia. Could it have played a role in their funerary rituals, or did it perhaps add more importance to the site? The area which is nowadays the Shara Circle was originally a natural cave system. In around 4000 BC, these natural cavities started being utilised for burial. The earliest tombs were small graves intended for families or small groups of people. A solitary rock-cut tomb from this period was discovered on site, and it still contained human remains and personal ornaments. Later on, around the time Gigantea temples were being built in 3600 BC, burial activity at the circle took place on a larger scale. The site grew as several existing chambers were enlarged and new ones added. Could this indicate that the population was growing, or were they simply burying more people in that site instead of others? The site changed even more drastically between 3100 and 2500 BC, the latest of the phases of Maltese prehistory. The stone circle and many other megalithic features within the cemetery itself were built, giving the site a more monumental appearance. Burial rituals changed, becoming more complex. Communal burial largely replaced the smaller groups and family ones. Objects such as statuettes and pottery bowls are given more importance and placed in special niches and central areas. This period created the Shara Circle as we know it today, but it also marks the end of the temple period. In fact, for about 1,000 years after 2500 BC, the site was used by a different culture for a different purpose. The 2,000-year-old cemetery was now used by the living, and excavations revealed signs of domestic occupation. This is very similar to what happened to Skorba temples in Jar, Malta. The beauty and significance of the Shara Circle is paralleled only by the Hal Saflini Hypogeum, and its contribution to our knowledge of these people is even greater. The excavations carried out in the 1980s and 90s have given us extraordinary insights into the life of these people. Scientific techniques have revealed valuable information on their environment, diet, health, and population patterns. Statues and figurines, artistic masterpieces in their own right, were found still in their original location. This is essential to help us understand the rituals and activities in use in this unique Neolithic culture.
As you can see, it's a good day to be here because nobody's here.
There are so many lizards. Here's a big one with bright green and black spots. Wow. Did you get him?
India loves these snapdragons. They are native. What's that? Megalith.
Wow. These lizards are just having too much fun.
These guys right here?
Yeah. They ran up beside you and they like dogpiled and twirled like that. It was fun. Some really interesting bees that are like a burgundy color too.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's the bee. Check out the bee.
What do you think these are?
Forage, and they're edible.
These are edible.
And they seem to grow all over the islands.
Look at these. Yeah. Here's more.
This is the oldest monoliths in the world. Believed to be the homes of the giants, because as people came here all through the Bronze Age and
thought. Must have been giants who could move these huge stones. And there's the Sicilian snapdragons that are native to the island. And all the native wildflowers are in bloom.
Here, the oldest freestanding structure in the world. The construction of this prehistoric temple complex began around 5,600 years ago by the Gositan community of farmers and herders. They originated from nearby Sicily and settled permanently on the Maltese islands in the closing years of the 6th millennium BC. Gigantea stayed in use for several hundred years, down to the 3rd millennium BC, when the Maltese temple culture disappeared abruptly and mysteriously. Eventually, the successive inhabitants of the early Bronze Age seem to have utilized the resultant ruins as a cremation cemetery. Prior to its excavation in the 1820s, Gigantea resembled a large mound encircled by a colossal wall. It was believed to be the remnant of a defensive tower built by a race of giants sometime in the long-forgotten past, thus the name Gigantea.
It said that there's a man-made terrace at the entrance inside the facade, and that they found late Neolithic figurines underneath the terrace.
Wow, this one seems a lot smaller than the other ones we were at. It says there was a wall on the outside of it. And then you see how tall it was. It overlooks this valley. It's like one of the biggest, most fertile valleys on Gozo. So they're keeping the walls up with scaffolding. This was peopled not that long ago.
Garantesia giant megaliths, the oldest in the world. Look out over this beautiful valley with the more modern Christian churches. We're lucky to be here on the second day of spring. Everything is in bloom.
What is it?
It's a strainer bowl. It's very rare to find one intact, and it was found here in the Zagra Circle.
Well, 5,000 years ago, humans were just like us,
Making tea.
making tea. This is the beach of the Neolithic. They said they came from their Vertal Valley. This is what beaches look like in Gozo. We are destined to walk up to that cave. So,
There's a guy out there swimming.
I was thinking about swimming, but then I didn't want to take my sweater off. Got a little breeze here, huh? All right, wait. We found the trailhead, and now we are headed up the mountain to get to that cave. A natural spring right in there. I'm climbing the hot mountain. You get to just see. And we're getting closer. India says this is the way to go.
Those are a little prickly.
We are getting up there. And here's India mountain climbing it straight up in slippery shoes. Whew.
So this is private property. They won't let you step out here and get the view, unfortunately. So can go look at the view in the cave.
Nie, whisky już nie mamy! Whisky już wypiliśmy.
Don't fall.
Is that you?
Whisky poszła już na plaży poszła.
Gdzie jest alkohol?
W plecaku tam coś jest.
Somebody has alcohol.
Ale naprawdę,
I did this all filming. It gets really slippery the further you go.
Ja w ogóle, jak mam młodych, to ludzie czasami nie rozpoznają, bo wyglądam zupełnie inaczej. A, jest to ta czerwona szminka.
Gozo is beautiful. The steps of Gozo, cliffs of Gozo,
Caves of Gozo.
the caves, wildflowers. The beach is the most extraordinary color. Sand is this color I've never seen before. We had an amazing time today. We went to the cave, hiked to the cave, straight up a cliff. It was really exciting and the views were spectacular. Now we're walking back the long way because we're not too sure about scrambling back down a cliff. And met several people named Zamet today. It seems like the island of Gozo is the place to meet Zamets. And bought a hand-knitted sweater today, a little tiny sweater with a hood for Addie. She said the women around here do a lot of knitting, and the woman I bought it from, whose name was Zamit, that's the correct way to pronounce Zamet, Zamit, and she sells the sweaters. And I think she's a knitter as well. And I met the curator of the museum here, and he said that Zamet means hold hands or hold my hand, that Zam means take and it means the hand. So take me by the hand or take my hand. Anyway, it's nice. It's really beautiful here. And to be here in springtime with all the luscious colors. It's just amazing.
Then we found this really straight down cemented trail on the very tippy top. When we got lost and came around, India's been seed collecting. So the shortcut is getting trickier, which all shortcuts do. This is part of the road less traveled, meaning the road more overgrown. As long as we keep our footing, whew, and don't mind our bodies being jarred a little bit, India is still foraging. Whoa! There she is. Don't worry. I know where I'm going. I'm sure it comes out somewhere near here. Somewhere behind me.
I feel like I've been all up in Gozo's business.
It was sketchy and we had to backtrack a couple of times, and we're kind of crouching through some tall grass. But guess what? This leads to the beach. But look at that sky. Color of the sand. Color of the Mediterranean. So that's it. We did it full circle. Did we make it? There it is. The cave on the hill. Look at that, how beautiful that cloud is over there.
It's beautiful. Oh, raindrops are touching me. God is coming.
Ooh. Oh, two of them out of the point.
Over there?
Yeah.
Ah, you were right.
So it's starting to rain. Okay, one more lightning strike and then we'll go get in the car.
Is this like being a twister chaser? You're like lightning chaser. Ah! Ow! Hey! That rain
They're big
hurt.
drops.
Ow!
3, 2.
These are big drops. Oh my god. Got it.
I know, it's so close.
So, the reason the rain hurt when it hit me is because it's hail. So, ice bouncing on the ground. Yikers. There's so much hail falling. It's just unbelievable. And this guy won't let us in his patio. All these people are huddled here. Oh my god, so much hail.
He's coming.
Okay.
Let us in.
So he had to let us in because all these people are trapped in the hail. And it's really coming down. That is a lot of hail. And wind. And lightning. And everyone's filming. Nobody can believe it. Oh my. Ah, and it's flooding. Look at that. Oh no, look at this guy. Run, buddy, run. Run, buddy, run. Oh no, he's barefoot. Oh no, he's barefoot. Open it. So I just let that guy in. I'm taking liberties with the patio. He said he was out in the water swimming when it hit. So it's really flooding now. And the hail is still coming down. Ah! Oh my God. And so we are leaving beautiful beach where we got hit by lightning and thunder and rain and hail. Oh, it was such a beautiful day, and Gozo is just a beautiful, fertile, green island in March anyway. Incredible fertile valleys, and like all of Malta, tons of rock walls. Oh wow. Whoa, 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 it's flooding.
Look at this.
Wow, it's really flooding. They have pretty good drainage.
Yeah, they must be used to this, but
Look at these green hills. I think the view would be better if it was better coming down. Oh my goodness. We're driving through a lot of water. Oh. Woo! I think we're getting out of here just in time. Because that's... We're getting the rental car washed.
yes, it's a lot
Just in
cleaner than
time.
it was. I have to return it tomorrow.
Oh, it's starting to rain again.
Are we driving into the hailstorm?
Maybe go straight. Oh, and there it all is. There's the cave we climbed to, the beach. Wow, what an adventure. Now we're going to have rabbit spaghetti recommended to my friend on the internet who I've never met. Just cruising through. island of Gozo. We've got all the coolest carved window boxes. These carved window boxes like this, we didn't really see many in other places, and they're everywhere on Gozo.
It's one of the wider streets.
Yeah, it's not made for cars. They do without a lot on the island. Like, there's no, oh, that was a great window box. I hope that camera got it. I haven't seen any butter since we've been here, and it's just kind of limited what you can get on an island, and produce is very expensive.
We are on a quest that India made a internet friend that's Zamit, and so she said if you're ever at Gozo, then check out my cousin's restaurant, and there's nothing better than their rabbit spaghetti. Pizzeria, maybe they opened at 7. Disappointment. Wow, you can feel it going from side to side. Well, that storm was pretty big.
Driving around Malta.
Turn right onto Piazza Robert Salmon, then turn left onto St. Anne Street.
70
Okay.
meters.
Is this my 70 meters up?
Yep. There's the church. Wow.
What, did you get that whole panorama? That was
Yeah.
incredible.
I'm just videotaping.
This is so good too.
We didn't see this till our last day here. I don't know what all these ancient buildings are, but they're cool. That's the wall around Valletta. That's the fortress wall. And the amazing thing about this huge, immense, ancient wall is that that cruise ship is as tall.
In 200 meters at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on 40.
Just all the view.
That's the postcard right there.
That's the postcard photo, that right there.
Yeah, all that and then back.
Oh, and then there's the little gondolas that are just still in the same shape as the Phoenician ships that were 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago. And there's the huge walls protecting Valletta for millennia. Amazing, amazing place.
Straight past Precipice onto its Telga
Oh, there's the Phoenician boats. Little Phoenician boat rides. And here's the on-off bus. that is pretty modern marvel on the left there. I think that's a round the world cruise.
Continue straight past Precipice onto Telgapal Precipice.
Up here? Yep.
In 600 meters, turn right onto Piazza Robert Salmon.